You have to rush out of the shower, but Dad gets a shower in peace.
You know, I was raised in a divorce home.
Our strong, independent woman who decided to leave her husband of 30 years, that she will do anything to get her husband back.
Do you want to become a miserable old woman?
Come home and I'm alone.
Like a man should never have to tell me to do something that I just already should naturally be doing.
She got fully engaged in his culture. Shouldn't cooking and cleaning just be a natural thing as a woman? So what's the big deal with it? Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now before we get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get on my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this.
Why is it that as moms, whenever we are going through something and we're tired or we're just having a bad day, we have to continue pushing because our kids need us? But when Dad's tired, when Dad came home from work and he's been working all day and he's exhausted, he needs a break. Why is it that the only alone time we get is sitting on the toilet, which doesn't even work half the time because your toddler walks in the middle of you pooping? You have to rush out of the shower because someone needs you. But Dad gets a shower in peace, no interruptions.
That's not my problem.
Go weeks and months without a full night's rest and still are able to get up and take care of our kids in the middle of the night. But God forbid Dad is tired. Too many married women are single mothers. And it's really sad because two people made this child, made these children, and only one person is stepping up. How many times does someone have to repeat themselves and complain and cry until you decide no more?
Look, I say with situations like that, obviously she's married and she's struggling right now. I get it, but you have to talk that out with your man. Think about how that looks to me right now. What are you doing placing this on social media instead of talking to him and saying, baby, I really need some help. Maybe get me some extra help. Maybe you can't afford it, but maybe you need to address it to him somehow to make him fully understand. You are struggling. I'm struggling. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm struggling. I'm not struggling with you. I'm just struggling with this. Let it be known. If he sees it as bickering and complaining, that's on him. Because the same way you're being gentle in that video, that's the same way you could be gentle and explain it to him. I'm just imagining my wife is struggling and she comes to me talking as sweet as you were in that video. I'm going to hear her out and see how we can make some changes and see if it's cost efficient for me to get someone in to help or see if I can help. Doing this is the same thing you do in a divorce. When you feel, oh, it's not enough. I got mad at him one day. I didn't tell him nicely and peacefully. I told the internet, but I got mad at him one day, flipped out on him. But now we didn't get it resolved. I'm leaving. That's what happens. So 10 years later, I'm leaving. Half. Sad, but that's what happens.
It affected me more, her not having her father like in the house like that. It's affected me more seeing her used to something I didn't want her to get used to. Didn't want her to get used to. You know, I was raised in a divorce home, and it was a high conflict divorce. And I didn't want that for her. So I think it's harder for me because I made the decision. You know, I made that decision. And gosh.
Take your time.
Crazy, I swear I don't love the drama. It loves me.
You know, at the end of the day, like, I don't think people understand like how he has a father, and I have a really great relationship with my dad. I have a great relationship with my stepdad. I have great relationships with the men in my life, and you know, I always wanted for her to have that relationship, and she does. Her father loves her. You know, we've been able to go to like everything that's ever needed, like for her, like medically and things like that. If he needs to show up to a doctor's appointment, he'll go, things like that. But you know, it's hard. You know, it's a hard process to, you know, I would love for us to come to a place of peace for sure.
I think she messed up with that one. Because one thing that I see when I see Tyrese, he shows a lot of compassion. He shows that he truly cares. And he displayed it for years online. I don't know why he would do that, because it makes him look soft for a lot of men. But still, he showed women, hey, look, when I'm with you, I'm all about you. And he means it. You can see it in the way he speaks. The whole world can see it. So they're all looking at you saying, why couldn't you see it? Seriously, I'm being serious. That's what they're doing. So don't get upset that nobody feels bad for you. Every time, everyone, all these women, they go through their divorces or taking the kid away from the dad, and then realize, I messed up. Yes, you did. Now you have to pay for it. Maybe give the daughter to him. Why? Why should you give the daughter to him? Because daughters grow up better. Kids grow up better if it's a father or if it's a mother and a father. But if the father takes sole custody, yeah, you will lose some money, but it'd be better for the daughter. Think about it.
I just want other women to know that we don't need to hate men. They have their problems too. They're going through life things as well.
I miss my family. I miss being a family.
I'm going to keep my heart and my mind open, and I won't take other women beating me down because I'm not doing what they want.
Welcome back, family. Yes, my friends, you heard it right. Our strong, independent woman who decided to leave her husband of 30 years has just dropped a video today admitting that she will do anything to get her husband back. And the women in her comments section are big mad. You won't believe you're here. She has completely rejected the sister code and feminism. Before playing the update, let refresh your memory with few clips that will summarize her story until now.
Yeah, she fully rejected it, but she bid on it by divorcing her husband. She didn't fully reject it then. She's rejecting it now. But let's see what she got to say.
Good morning. Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. But women, you know, you've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that aren't nice, seem to be so unhappy, and we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life.
Get her own life. That's exactly what she did by deciding to end her 30-year-old marriage.
Word.
Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me.
Well, it didn't take long for her to realize that her life was still miserable even after divorcing her husband.
I don't know. Things aren't going that great.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah. So the whole point of that, it shows the same thing. Why do you feel regret now? You left him, took half, had no problem at all. Now you're feeling shame, you're feeling guilt. No, you're feeling lonely, and you're feeling like you broke something up that should have lasted forever. It still won't work though. That's the sad thing about it. It still won't work.
The court notified me that my final decree of divorce has been approved by the judge. I know that it sucks being alone. I come home and I'm alone. I go everywhere alone. I don't hardly talk to him anymore. I don't blame him. I filed for the divorce. So I'm sure people are wondering, well, you filed. Why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Just because you make a decision that you think is going to end up making things better doesn't mean that you have to give up the fact that you love that person or that you did it because you were trying or whatever. I've never met anybody like him, and I've never loved anybody like him either, but I don't want a divorce. I still am very much in love with my husband.
So why did you get one if you don't want one? Why did you get one? Now you're in it. You saw him move on so fast. It broke you. It broke you because you're wondering, why isn't he okay with this like I am? Why is he so okay? Why? Because he felt, hey, look, she left me. I gotta move on. He probably got another girl too. It's not hard. Now, a woman your age, especially even with your age, it's easy. And they have some women out there that are understanding. Maybe he met an understanding woman that's not quite like you. Maybe he hasn't got the notification yet, or he hasn't got the message that guys aren't talking to women anymore. So he went out, went to a bar, which was like 90% woman, right? Went inside. He's still old school, so he went in with that old school attitude. Talked to a woman at the bar, had some game, because women aren't used to guys doing that anymore. He probably still has it. Did that, got her back, boom, got right back in the game. It's that easy. If a man is a go-getter, he could have been a go-getter. As he showed you he was a go-getter while you was with him, he moved on. He's a man. Men are hunters. You made him a hunter again. So he hunted and captured. You gotta eat it. You have to eat it. You left him. Oh, the kids got out of college. I can leave now and get half. I can get rid of this house. I don't have to worry about the house anymore. Now you got it. Congratulations. You played yourself.
Women will go out here and let them raw. Nothing. But you draw the line at making a sandwich for a man. What in the is going on? I take pride in doing my womanly duties. I feel like a man should never have to tell me to do something that I just already should naturally be doing. Like, that's an embarrassment. If a man gotta tell me to clean up, you should, correct? Like, if my man is hungry, if that's my man, if I'm around here claiming that this is my man, be with or whatever, and my man is hungry, I'm gonna get my ass up and I'm gonna go cook. That's what I want to do for my man, and I know that that's what makes it, like, I'm pretty sure that he will be happy. Y'all don't like to see y'all man happy?
Wow. Yes, very true. It's not that women don't want to see us happy. They expect us to find happiness on our own while with them. Like, me being pretty should be enough to make you happy. Just you coming in the house or just getting into bed with me and seeing my booty perked up, right? Maybe you should rub it against you at night. You're happy with that. With just that booty. No, doesn't work like that. Guys want a woman to do certain things, and it should come naturally. Exactly as she said. Guys want women that it comes naturally too. Guys are finding it with women like this. This black guy, right? Went out to Korea and found one. He left wherever he was from, went there, found a woman who's ready to do things to see him smile. Why wouldn't he? Married her too. See that? Married her too. And got fully engaged in her culture. She got fully engaged in his culture. I see a lot of those guys. They're from different parts of Africa. Also, even passport bros as well. Going out there and making these women happy. They're keeping these women satisfied, and then they're keeping them satisfied. Because they'll do anything to see you smile. Ain't that different? Ain't that such a big thing? It is. It really is. It truly is. It's so simple. That's the thing guys are getting. Guys are getting the simple things from women. as the other black woman said, right? Shouldn't cooking and cleaning just be a natural thing as a woman or even as a person? So what's the big deal with it? With making a man a sandwich? Do you think that woman cares about that? Cares about making a sandwich for a man or cleaning the home or doing whatever he feels necessary will make him happy? Definitely don't mind. And you know what guys are doing? Guys are seeing this and saying, where do I sign up? There's a reason why the clubs are being empty nowadays. Because more guys are saying, I need to save up more money. Even a guy that's not traveling outside, saying, I need to save up more money for a rainy day, especially if I can't find a woman here. I'm going to work on myself. And more guys are doing it. You have some guys that are leaving and finding this, and that's great. But the reason why this is happening in this day and age for women is more guys are realizing it's definitely more to life. Dealing with anything that's not like that.
Oh, absolutely.